Hi guys, Berry Babe checking in. It's late. Oh, I made it through three rounds. The weather here is muggy, and I took an allergy pill before I left to walk, and the first whole round I was choking, literally, and I thought, oh, I don't know if you're going to make it, but I just really needed to be out there walking. You know, I'm so ADHD that there's a track that runs in my mind all the time, and I can't really do meditation. My therapist years ago tried to get me to do guided imagery. She said, I don't think meditation's for you, but she gave me a meditation tape, and I'm listening, and you're walking through a field of wildflowers. Wildflowers? What kind are they? I'm allergic. You know, are there bugs? Are there gnats? Are there mosquitoes? You're sitting in a cottage. Cottage? What kind of cottage? Is it old? Is it moldy? I have allergies. And in comes an old man with a white flowing beard. Who the hell let him in, and who is he? No, guided imagery doesn't work. But the walking, being on the treadmill at a sedate pace, and just the walking, and I mosey. Sometimes if the music pace is just right, I walk with that. But otherwise, I'm just moseying. And today I was just dragging ass, literally dragging ass. So at the beginning of the third one, I started feeling like I just really should come inside because the things that I had eaten that I shouldn't were starting to make their way down through. You know, I have so much trouble with constipation, except when I get into the carbs. But I managed to make it a third round. And I texted, I had to, you know, clear the decks, make sure the bathroom's free. So, but I wanted to come on because while I was walking, was doing some thinking, and it was almost unconscious thinking. I've been thinking back over the last couple days and why I've been struggling so much. And I realized that I've been caught with one foot in what worked for me on P2 and the P3 keto kinds of things. Used to be I would wake up in the morning and I would do a chunk of Quest bar, take my vitamins. And then about lunchtime I would do one of my chocolate unjury mixed with water. And then maybe in the middle of the afternoon or about dinner time I would do yogurt with strawberries or an apple. Or if it was a big apple, part of an apple. And then in the evening, maybe after my walk, I would do another unjury, which is whey protein. And in listening to these ketos, I'm digging deeper. And today, listen to vlogs, and like I said, I heard one with cooking keto with Christy, and she just is a doll. And she's so good because she tells you the products that she has found to be the best for what you need, which is minimum chemicals and minimum carbs, and where to get it and that sort of thing. So I also watched one with Maria Emmerich, listened to one with Maria Emmerich, and I've kind of heard her name kind of as a low-carb guru, and I ran across one of her YouTube videos where she was counseling somebody about something, and I guessed she's a coach, but I found out that she had been trained as a nutritionist or a dietitian, and as soon as she got certified, kind of went low carb. But the podcast that I was on, I just started listening to today. It's, nope, can't remember, keto something. No, I can't remember, really, and I have trouble with names. But it's a kind of a play on words. I'll maybe tell you the next time. But she was, you know, I am not an adventurous eater. I don't eat a lot of vegetables. And so the fact that you can make cheesecake and low-carb cheesecake and low-carb pancakes and, you know, Doritos with pit pork rinds and things like that really have, like Keto Christie says, she knew she could do this if she could find some things to replace other things. I just, with my need for protein and my dependence on the shakes, need to try and coordinate that so I get what I need. I'm getting closer, but Maria was just really militant about the whole thing. She only does 10 carbs a day, does not count net carbs, and I'm hearing more and more about net carbs being something you really should not pay attention to, because the fiber is a carb on its own. It doesn't subtract the other carbs. And my keto, simple, stupid keto, the foods they give you are net carbs. So that sucks. She says if you have vertical ridges in your nails, then you're really insulin resistant and you need to keep your carbs way low. Well, damn, this thumb is so ridged, and the rest of them aren't too bad, but they still are not super. The ones toward the edges are more super smooth, but yeah, I got ridges. And I was diagnosed diabetes back in '92, so you know I have insulin issues. So my carbs are going to be low. Even when cream cheese has carbs, whipping cream has carbs, and protein. And so it's just going to be a real art for me, because I know I need to keep my carbs low. But then everybody puts down Quest bars. Everybody puts down Quest bars because they have sugar alcohols and they say net carbs. Well, if you're going to put down my Quest bars, then my 1 bars are even worse. And I got a couple boxes of Quest left, and a box or two of of coconut ones, and my daughter won't eat the coconut ones. I gave her all my other. I was going to do a comparison between the two, and I thought, no, I guess I'm going to give them up. So it's kind of like a box of chocolates when you open up and just take a bite. My daughter, who is a protein bar fan, just got gifted all the other miscellaneous bars. And she's saying, and no dairy. That's anything that comes from the cow. Butter, sour cream, yogurt, even if it's really thick, cream cheese, whipping cream. What's left? Meat. She doesn't really do vegetables. Cheese comes from a cow, unless you get a goat. She gets fat online at fat.com and uses bacon grease and duck fat and that sort of thing to cook with. And I just that really just like deflated my balloon. Now I know there are different degrees, and I know that I may not have to go that rigid. I cannot go that rigid, and if that's what's required, I'm not going to be able to do it. But I'm, in my mind, at some level, I was giving up before I even give it a chance. Like, goddamn, what, steak and hamburger. You're not even supposed to eat chicken breast because it's too dry. You can't put butter on it. I'm going to put bacon fat on my, I guess you can eat bacon. I can put bacon fat on my chicken breast. Oh, so I really think being caught between, I had been like, today I said, last few days I had given up the unjury because of the carbs. I was trying to wean off the carbs. But that's part of my P2 routine. And I'd given up the yogurt. That's part of my P2 routine. So I found myself stumbling around, not having any rhythms, being kind of affected by the carbs and not having my routine to fall back on. And so tomorrow, I'm going to mix up my 2 unjuries tonight, and tomorrow I'll be doing the things that worked for me on P2 before. Like I said, I mixed up a new vial of sublingual HCG and had a dose of that tonight. So I am feeling more optimistic. My last vlog was kind of, well, I screwed up and I don't know where I'm going from here. And I just didn't want to leave. Some of you may not see this until the morning, but those on the West Coast may still be seeing it, and some who stay up late may be seeing it. So, and yes, Andy, it's Woodstock on my shirt. It's Snoopy on the ski machine. I talked about that before. That's Woodstock. And I don't know what he eats. And I'm not going to tell you about what I took to the bachelorette party tonight. I'll save that for another day when I'm feeling naughty, because it was really naughty. And that was a few years ago, but I was still one of the oldest staff. It was probably inappropriate, but it was fun. So, sweet dreams if you're still up, and hope for today if this is the morning, and I will check in. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.